Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome to the 2006 FIFA World Cup game, and today we're going to be doing a qualification run with China. I've never done a China qualification run before, and I was like, you know what? We should give 2006 FIFA World Cup some more love because I barely ever play it. We're going to be doing a China qualifying run today. These groups aren't really the real qualifying groups. There's a lot of nations missing on this game, so it'll be quite easy to complete this game. But I'm going to randomize the groups anyway. I'm going to do a fully randomized one just so we can get a better group, I guess. There we go. And we have got Iran, Uzbekistan and Saudi Arabia, so a very sort of Middle Eastern heavy group there. Here we go then. Iran versus China. I hope China are half decent on this game. China on World Cup games seem to be sort of 3-star team all the time. Like 2014, 2010 and 2006, they seem to be sort of 3 stars. So, you know, average, I'd say. So maybe we can get them in some type of good groove here. But we are against a very good team here in Iran. This was the game that got me into World Cup games pretty much. A lot of people might say that 2010 did. No, this was the original. I will make a video on this game at some point like I have done on the 2 previous ones I did. The 2010 and 2014 game. Because I feel this game does deserve a video. Accidentally shot there. And then get taken out. I accidentally shoot again. That's really annoying how the tackle button is the same as the shoot button. So that guy came in and I was already holding the B button and he blazes out the stadium. Through ball. Here we go. Oh, come on, ref. Are you serious? He blew the whistle when I was going for on goal. Oh, that would have been a surefire attempt at least. But we're still here at 0-0 at half time. Not a very exciting match to say the least. I don't know why we're playing in some sort of African stadium. I love it when the game glitches out like this. Every time I keep trying to pass the ball forward, Iran just go, yeah, that's my ball. See what I mean? Been doing that for the last couple of minutes or so. And this is a through ball. This is a chance for China. Can they finish this off? They have! It's gone in! And Zhang has scored in the 86th minute to make it 1-0 to China. Away from home. What a result. Nothing happened until basically I through balled it and it just went into the bottom corner. We might have stolen this result, really. Iran have only had maybe 2 chances on goal and they haven't really been very good. But then this game is very old and it's quite easy to defend. All you have to do is hold a button and the players will charge towards them. No real skill required, which is what I like to see. And China take the win against Iran here. And that's a good first win. That is a very good first win. I'm not sure whether or not it'll be 1 person going through in the group or 2 people. The qualifying format doesn't follow the real life format. The Chinese took part in a FIFA World Cup for the very first time in 2002. To be honest, as big as a nation as China is, they should be getting into more World Cups, really. You'd think so. We're at home here in China for this one against Uzbekistan. Can we get another win? Uzbekistan, do not underestimate them. They are very good on these World Cup games. They always tend to surprise me. Through ball, Zhang, the hero of the last match, crossed in. Oh, good save. That was going top corner. But fingertip save. Going to be crossed in here by China. And can't get the header there. Shall we shoot from distance? Okay, see what I mean with the long shots. They're just not as good as they are on later FIFAs that came out like 2010, 2014. Come on. This is a star player. Surely a good cross. Not particularly. Put it away by Uzbekistan. We're all over them here in this first half. We just can't get the killer touch that we need in front of goal, but there we are, and that is How with the goal. How did he score that? Poor joke, I'll see myself out. But yes, it is 1-0 to China, and China seem to be pretty decent so far. Remember, in this qualifying group and the process as well, there are no minnows really. The only minnow that you can add into the process is Vietnam and Hong Kong. That's the only minnows that you get in the Asia one on this game. Half time then, and it is 1-0, and we're looking good. Can we hold on? And that'll be 6 points in the bag from 2 games. That'll be pretty decent for China. Let's try and get them at the 2006 World Cup. That'll be back-to-back qualifications. As the minutes tick down in this match, it's only going to be another 1-0, but that's fine. You know, that's still 3 points in the bag. And I'm feeling quite confident here with China. It feels like they can play decent football against these sides. Of course, we haven't played Saudi Arabia yet, so we'll see how we get on with them in the next match. But nonetheless, it's going to be a very good victory here against Uzbekistan. Back at home in China for this one against Saudi Arabia. How can we play against a side like Saudi Arabia? I mean, maybe another 1-0. I don't mind if we're just going to get 1-0. I know it might be quite a boring strategy, but what else am I supposed to do on this game? You can't like do an awful lot really to score. Just through balls and crosses into the box. Down to the wing here. Is there a cross? Punched away. Can we get it? Oh, you're blazing that too high. I didn't even put that much power on it. Saudi Arabia have a corner. 29th minute. Just about half an hour played. And it's tackled. Oh, they've scored. Okay. Haidar has scored. And that is 1-0. They're celebrating around my players. That's a bit disrespectful, Saudi Arabia. Really weird goal. He just went, yep, shoot. And it just rolled in. Like, not really much you can do against that sort of goal. Great challenge there. Oh, a little bit of a mistake. And Saudi Arabia has just taken me out from behind. Is that a red? Surely that has to be. No? No red? Oh, that's criminal. That is absolutely criminal. How can we score? I don't really know how to take free kicks on 2006. That was the worst free kick in the world. Half time and we're 1-0 down against Saudi Arabia. Can China bring it back? Over the top. Saudi. I went to clear that, but instead I slide tackled in the box, and that ended up being a yellow card. I went to clear it because, look, the ball was there, and he slide tackled instead of actually clearing it. Okay, well, Al Jabber, he has the chance to make it 2. Can he make it 2? No! Saved by the keeper, but it's gone back out to Saudi Arabia. Good save. Going to be crossed in here by China. Again headed. We turned it in! We've turned it in! He didn't even like shoot. He actually just span round and put it into the back of the net. It's 1-1 thanks to this. Chests it down, turns round and completely does the keeper who's on the floor there. And that was probably the most skillful thing I've done on 2006, even if it was by accident. So that's going to be full time and the score is 1-1. I'm glad we didn't lose. Very glad. And you could say that was a very lucky goal, our equaliser, but I think it was just pure skill. We have got Saudi Arabia again, but this time away from home. China currently are 4 points clear of everybody in the group right now. I'm guessing there's been a lot of draws between the other nations in the group, which is great because, you know, we could go to the next round if China keep playing this well. Oh, okay, phased my way through, but still couldn't get the shot off. And again, go on. How are you putting that wide? Through ball. Zhang, is there a chance? A great save by the Saudi keeper. That's like 4 good saves he's had in like the space of 45 minutes. We can't quite seem to break down Saudi Arabia's keeper so far. We are away from home, so I do kind of understand it. Go on. Oh, that would have been a great goal if we chested that down and volleyed it in, but the game's mechanics don't allow you to do those kind of things, really, unless you're super lucky. Through ball. How? How will he score? Oh, I need to stop making terrible jokes about this Chinese striker. Okay, well, it's going to be 0-0 here. Another draw. This one wasn't as exciting. Pretty boring game, to be honest. Hopefully China can do better either against Iran or Uzbekistan. Right, so we played 4 games and we are top of the table with 8 points. Iran are behind us with 5 points. Saudi Arabia with 4 and Uzbekistan with 2. I'm not sure how the format works in this because it says there at the bottom Korea qualified for the World Cup. It just said it as it scrolled along the thing. And Korea Republic have got 12 points. So I imagine either we have to come first or second. Like I said, it doesn't follow the real qualifying format in Asia. I think Asia is actually, in this game, one of the quickest ways to qualify on this game. So, yeah, I mean, maybe one more win, possibly, could do it. I'm really unsure. Fifth match of qualifying is a must win. It's against Iran. If we win this one, then we're pretty much guaranteed to go through, considering that it seems like this is the format, because it said on the last group that Korea qualified, even though technically this would have been like, I don't know, the third stage or the second stage of qualifying. I don't really know. But anyway, let's just roll with it and hope to beat Iran again. Through ball. How is running. Is there a chance for How? No, saved by the keeper. Turned. Oh, just wide. Unlucky China. Had chances, but as we go into the half here after this kick, it's going to be 0-0. I mean, I guess a 0-0 is still decent, but I would like to win just in case Saudi Arabia or Uzbekistan pick up points in their game. Rubo. How? Into the box. It's in. The sweat actually worked, and Zhang has scored for China to make it 1-0. Nice little sweat goal. Oh, good save. The Iranians there were pretty close in equalising. China seemed to like just getting 1-0s and 1-1s, which is fine. But at the actual World Cup, it's not going to be enough, I think, to get out of our group if we're going to get into a group of death. More than likely, China would get into a group of death because of how small they are. But from the looks of the celebrations here, I think China have qualified for the World Cup on that win, which is incredible. That's got to be the fastest qualifying run I've done. I thought it'd take longer than that. I thought we'll get filtered into another group and, you know, had to play out that group. But no, apparently not. 2006... kind of good for that. I don't know why the offside line is there in that replay. That's a bit strange. So our final match here is going to be against Uzbekistan. Doesn't really matter for us, but it might matter more for Uzbekistan. I can't imagine it will let only 2 teams qualify from the Asia zone, because then we wouldn't have enough teams. So it has to let 4 go through. So the chances of qualifying, really, in these groups is quite high, if you think about it. If it's just going to be those 2 groups of 4. Come China. Into the middle. Oh, the strike from outside the box. Caught the keeper off guard almost, but he saved it. Uzbekistan. Oh, that was kind of close. A bit of a snooze fest here in Uzbekistan. It's still 0-0. Like I said, doesn't really matter for us, so there's going to be very little highlights from this game, I think. Corner to Uzbekistan on the 90th minute. Can they rescue their hopes of potentially qualifying? It's crossed in. No, okay. Crossed in now. Oh, keeper was on the floor, and we get it. We got rid of it there. And that will be game over pretty much. And boring game. Barely any highlights. But China have made it to the World Cup, and that's all that matters. And Uzbekistan, I'm not sure about them. I think Iran beat Saudi Arabia by 3-0 in the other game, so maybe Iran qualified? There we go, qualification confirmed. Let's find out our groups. So China have been placed in a group with Brazil, Senegal and Sweden. I do not fancy my chances in this one. As for the other qualifying from our group, Iran did qualify from our group. And from the other group, it was Korea and Japan. Smallest nation making it here was probably Guatemala. We're at the World Cup with China. Our first match is going to be against the Brazilians. So yeah, fun match to start off with. I reckon I'll lose this one. It's nice to get here though with China, and it was a very straightforward qualification process. We didn't score that many goals, but of course the wins are what matters. Go on, go for it. From distance. Some of those shots from distance seem to be so scripted. Like, you saw it just floated into the goalkeeper's hands. I don't think they really sort of made it very well in terms of long shots. Brazil knocking the ball around over the top. They still got it. And what a save by the Chinese keeper. That was destined to go top corner. If China can get just one goal in this, then I'll be very happy. I think we got a legit chance against the other two nations in the group, but here against Brazil, really just going to be a case of defense. Under a lot of pressure here against Brazil, but at half-time it's still 0-0. That's very surprising. I thought I'd get smashed in by Brazil, to be honest. Oh, that's a good through ball. They scored! I thought it was offside, but no, Adriano has scored, and that is 1-0 to Brazil. Honestly thought I did well up until that point, but Brazil scored their first goal, and that was straight at the keeper, but it still went in anyway. Only down by 1 goal. Remember, even North Korea scored against Brazil in the 2010 World Cup, so maybe China can sort of do that here against Brazil, but Ronaldo scored. Yeah, brilliant. Ronaldo has scored, and that is game over. Game over. It was a great goal, to be fair. They pumped it downfield, and he chested it down and just tapped it in. Easy as you like, really. That's going to be it. Brazil have beaten us by 2-0. One more loss will end our campaign. Our second match, another team in yellow, but this time it's Sweden. Can we do anything against the likes of Sweden? Probably not, because they got Ibra up top, and he'll probably dominate us in the air if they're able to get across into the box. At least China fought well against Brazil. It's just that the shots we did have weren't that special. Corner to Sweden. A lot of deflections, by the way. Even if like Sweden make a pass, it will deflect out for a corner. And that's what happened in the Brazil game as well. Crossed in. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Freddie Ljungberg on the back post pretty much. And that is 1-0. Literally just a bullet header into the back post. Very good cross, by the way. Went over everybody and just, yeah, caught everybody off guard on the Chinese team. I think we're probably out, to be honest. Like, we're just too small of a team to really contest with the likes of Sweden, Brazil and Senegal. They're going to be too good for us. Half-time, 1-0 down. We're staring elimination, early elimination in the face. Through ball. China have got it. Shoot! Oh, good save. I thought that was going to go bottom corner, but just fingertipped away. It's going to be crossed in here. And nobody headed it. And that was a really poor shot. Good ball. It's China. And again, it's saved. It looks like it's going to be game over. Sweden just too much for us attacking-wise. Even though it was only a 1-0, I felt like we could have probably got back into this game. It's the 90th minute. And yeah, the chances we had, we just didn't take. And credit to China for trying. They didn't lie down and get steamrolled, just like in the 2002 World Cup. They actually did something in this one, at least. They had a few attempts. And despite going out in the second game here, with one more game to play, let's just try and have a fun game against Senegal just to go out on. China have been eliminated. Oh. Okay, well, it actually won't let me play the final match. Look, there's no sort of like play match or anything like that. So I guess the game's like, nope, you don't even get to have fun, even if you get eliminated. Yeah, okay, well, I guess we only played 2 matches at the World Cup, so we'll never know what happened against Senegal. Actually, no. You know what? I am going to give you that match. Hold on. Since the game wouldn't let me play it in the actual tournament mode, I'm just going to do it on kickoff just to see what would happen against China and Senegal here. Hopefully we can get 3 points, even though it's not official, technically, because it's on kickoff, but it doesn't matter. You know, just pretend. Just pretend. Imagine if it did that in the actual World Cup. Like, a team that has 0 points, like, you just get to play 2 games, and they're like, right, go home now. Through ball. Is there a chance for China? There could be. Oh, that was so poor, but hang on. Oh, the shots like that are just so powerful, even if you don't put that much power on them. China, cross it in, punched away, and it's going to be offside anyway. Not been the best of halves. Maybe the game was trying to tell me something by not letting me play that fixture. Oh, China came close with that long shot. Through ball, China. Can they get a goal at this World Cup, please? That would be so great if we could. No. Senegal tackle. Just a shame, really, that China came to this World Cup and got only 1 point. I mean, decent-ish draw against Senegal, but, I mean, was it really worth doing? Probably not in hindsight. But anyway, that is the end of your World Cup. We failed to get out the group stage. And that's your whole entire qualifying run with China. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then give it a like and subscribe. Keep it local as always. And I'll see you again for the next video.